Well, here's a good one for you. I love this one. Headline, New York Times, suit says faulty elevators in public housing violates rights of tenants. Not only do you have the right to a house, you have the right to not use the stairs. Oh, it's about disabilities. Oh, I get it. The city's public housing agency is violating the rights of tenants with disabilities and other health problems by failing to properly maintain its elevators, leaving them stranded for hours during frequent breakdowns, according to a federal class action lawsuit. Now, I don't mean to sound mean, but where does this right come from? And why are these elevators, if this is public housing, why are the elevators breaking down? If they're just being used by handicapped people, I mean, what are they doing in there that's destroying these elevators? Why don't you look at public housing as a whole? You have a bunch of people who aren't paying their rent. And public housing is always the dirtiest, most disgusting housing in any city. Now, how is that possible? If you've got a bunch of people who aren't paying their rent, you would think just for, just out of maybe thankfulness, they'd pick up a broom now and again. They'd clean a window. They'd mop a floor. They'd screw a cabinet back into the wall. They might not overflow a toilet. Oh, you're so mean. No, I'm not mean. You give it away, and nobody appreciates it. But what the hell do you care? It's not your money. The stupid taxpayer, he'll go back to work. She'll make sacrifices. We'll tell them that they're mean. We'll tell them that they're evil. We'll tell them that they're racist. And they'll keep churning out the money for the federal government. Or they'll keep churning out the money for the state government. Or they'll keep churning out the money for the local government. You suckers, you idiots, you paranoid, neurologically damaged racists. Who the hell do you think you are? These people need elevators. You can't expect people in public housing to walk upstairs, like everyone else. They're entitled to elevators. They have the right to not use the stairs. Oh, now you're going after people with disabilities. Oh, no, I'm not. Tell me why the elevators are breaking down. Tell me what the hell is going on in public housing that the elevators are breaking down versus elevators in private high-rise buildings, in private buildings. Tell me what the difference is between the elevators in an apartment building where people pay the rent or pay the mortgage and the elevators in the building where nobody's paying for anything. Tell me. Maybe it's abuse. Maybe it's neglect. Maybe it's the people that when they're not paying the bills for something don't give a damn. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. This is not about people in wheelchairs. This is not about the handicapped or the disabled or the elderly. This is a story meant to draw on your emotions, make you feel, oh my God, people in wheelchairs. They're trapped in elevators for hours. Oh, God. Oh, the humanity. You know what we need? We need more taxes. We need to raise taxes on people because this is just not fair. This is how the liberal works. This is how it works. And if you criticize, if you analyze, if you disagree, if you point out that public housing residents are the most unappreciative people on the planet who demand more each and every day, you're the terrible one. Well, fine, I'm the terrible one. I'm the bad guy. That's fine, I can handle it. I can handle your anger, I can handle your animosity, I can handle your stupid little emails. I can handle whatever you throw at me. Because I'm right and you're wrong. Nobody's entitled to housing. Nobody's entitled to an elevator. Now, if you want to make this about handicapped people, all right, let's make it about handicapped people. Hey, Mr. Liberal. Hey, Mr. Crybaby, metrosexual, sissy-ass liberal. And your boyfriend, too. Let's kick all the able-bodied people out of public housing. If this is about handicapped people and the elevators are being destroyed, who are they being destroyed by? If we're going to sympathize with handicapped people, then let's make public housing only for people who physically can't afford housing because they are unable to work no matter how hard they try. Let's do that, Mr. Liberal. Let's kick all the able-bodied people out of public housing because it's about handicapped people. And you know what? I support helping handicapped people. I support programs for people who are physically disabled, who are unable, no matter how hard they try to compete and contribute what an able-bodied person can contribute. So if you're able-bodied and you believe in individual rights and individual freedoms, and you aren't trying to live off the income of others, then kick all the able-bodied people out of public housing and make public housing only for people who are handicapped. Well, what about the children, Andrew? What about the children? What about the children? Do they have parents? Are their parents able-bodied? What about the poor people? Oh, gee, now here we are. Right back to square one. So now, why don't you just give me your laundry list of victims while you're at it? All the victims, all the downtrodden, all the poor people who are poor because someone else is rich, because there's a static amount of wealth in this country, and for one person to get rich, another person has to get poor, and it's the government's job to mitigate all inequalities. Tell me who doesn't qualify for public housing. Yes. You like to go to work every day knowing that someone's sitting in a pair of dirty socks, stoned, playing video games, or drunk, take your pick, because that's their right. Their community organizer told them that they're a victim. They deserve public housing. It's not fair that somebody else has a 4-bedroom home, or a 5-bedroom home, or a vacation home. That's not fair. You're entitled, not just the handicapped, but the able-bodied. 1-866-95-PATRIOT, 1-866-95-PATRIOT. Let's see you liberals do this without conservatives. Let's see you fund your little programs, your little giveaways, little public housing, your little things, these cute little programs you like so much. Let's see you do it by yourselves. As a matter of fact, let's see you do it in the private sector. Let's see you accomplish something without government. Ooh, Oprah opened a school in Africa. Woo! Let's see her open one here in the United States. Or with the teachers union lose their minds. Let's see you liberals accomplish something. Anything in the private sector. Anything without the government, just with your own money, your own hard work, your own care and concern. You want to talk about disabled people and housing projects? You want to talk about their rights? I sympathize with their predicament. I sympathize with their disabilities. That doesn't make it a right. But if it's a right for the disabled people, what about the able-bodied people? Why don't you stand up and show a spine and say, okay, this is for the disabled people. What about the able-bodied people? Kick them out. 1-866-95-PATRIOT, 1-866-95-PATRIOT.